Joe. Welcome to Spoilers Digest,
the show where we predict the plot of your favorite movies that we haven't seen.
and today we will be reviewing and spoilering Back to the Future, Part 1.
There's more than one?
There's definitely... Did you not know that?
No!
There's definitely 3 parts.
I've never seen it. That's the whole point of this
It's
podcast.
a trilogy.
Maybe that's something we should say.
This is a podcast. That's what we're gonna...
And every time I say something like the words, I've never seen Back to the Future, everyone says, what? You've never seen it? How are you still breathing?
Because it's a good movie.
Listen, I'm sure it is. I just haven't fucking seen it, but I'm alive. Sorry.
It's such a good movie. You'll love it.
Okay.
We're definitely on this, like, 80s trilogy movies for you.
Yeah, but it's because I haven't seen them.
But
I did watch 16 Candles recently.
Never saw that.
Oh, yeah?
We could probably do whole episodes of me never seeing 80s movies.
Okay, great. Well, apparently we're
other
doing that for
than
me right
like
now.
the trilogies, I don't know many.
Cool. Well, then I won't bitch about 16 Candles because it was... I just have a lot of feelings, but yeah.
Good. Ferris Bueller's I've seen, though.
Oh,
okay.
I have not seen that one.
So, let's start...
This movie is directed by John Hughes, right?
No.
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you got it.
I knew it was somebody big.
Okay, so, Vanessa.
Listen, you are driving this ship today.
Okay. Let me get behind the steering wheel.
You're the bike conductor and the scooter driver today.
Well, let me conduct. Today, Vanessa, please tell me about Back to the Future. Do you know any of the actors that are in Back to the Future? Let's start there. There are 2, like, big ones.
I don't know their names. I could probably see them. I know one of them is named Marty McFly.
There you go.
In the show.
Yeah.
Or the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I really have no chance of telling you who they actually are. So no, I don't.
Okay.
They're white.
That narrows it down.
And they're men. It's a movie about white men. Yeah?
From the 80s, that's every movie.
See, I couldn't go wrong with that guess.
But you do know Marty McFly.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's just go from the top. What happens in the
I will tell you, I will just share the things that I do know about it, because I have seen a couple episodes of Rick and Morty.
Okay, they reference it a lot, because it's kind of...
It's based on it.
Yeah.
So I know Morty is supposed to be Marty. It's like a... And so I'm guessing Rick is not actually named Rick. It's probably like Rock or like Brick or like something like that. Mm-hmm. So it's Brick and Marty McFly. And it's... So Brick is Marty's grandfather. Yeah?
Go with it. Go with it.
Okay, so Brock is Marty's grandfather, and he is a scientist, like Indiana Jones. Okay. And
we just do a lot of scientist things, don't we?
And
is that it? Is that all you got for that movie? Well, do you know what, like, the general idea behind the movie? Like, what happens in the movie?
No. I just don't know where to start because there's just so much plot that I need to get through with you.
Yeah, it's a pretty deep movie.
Okay, so...
Get that shovel out. Let's dig it up.
So, it's an adaptation of Oedipus, right? I do know that.
Okay.
Well, I'll come back to that.
Cut.
So, Brick has a car, which he, being the scientist, inventor, crazy-haired old man that he is, decides that he is going to turn his car into a time machine. Okay. Is this the movie where they say flux capacitor?
Yes.
Okay. So he turns it into a flux capacitor. And they go back in time. Marty's like, Grandpa, don't go back in time. You gotta do your chores. Because he lives in the same house with them, right? They all live in the same house.
Yeah, so it's like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of feel. No, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Where Charlie's like Grandpa Joe.
So they're going back in time.
Yeah.
Because the grandfather, Brick, wants
what's his character objective? Like, what's his tactics? And
Can I have a hint? Can I get a hint? Because the only thing I know, so he goes back in time and he brings Marty with him, and Marty like has sex with his mom or something, right? Or like kisses his mom, or his mom wants to bone him.
I can't say yes or no. You're telling me the story.
So it takes place in the 80s, and they're going back to the 50s.
Correct.
Wait, I didn't want to use a phone a friend there. Does that count?
No.
Okay.
I was really excited that you got it, though.
Okay, great. So they're going back to the 50s. And Marty goes back to bone his mom. But why
does he want to do that, though?
Because there was a prophecy.
Does he just have, like, the hots for his mom?
Yes.
Okay. Sweet. That's a weird reason to go back in time.
Okay, but so actually, it's not important why they go back. It's really not, because what's important is that while they're there, their car breaks, and the grandpa is off. He's lost. The grandfather has dementia.
Oh, okay.
And he's lost, and the car breaks, and Marty's like, I can't fix this flux capacitor. Where's Grandpa? Grandpa Joe, come fix this car. And so he spends basically a good portion of the movie just kind of like making posters and trying to find his poor, lost, demented grandpa.
Yeah.
And he bones his mom, and then he finds his grandpa, and and he kind of snaps his grandpa back to the present moment, and then he fixes the car.
Before you get any further, now this is very important. Is that a sequence that like he has to bone his mom to find his grandfather? Is it like, are those connected, or are they just like the things that happen?
Oh wait, no, I do know what happens. Wait, so his mom wants to bone him, but that can't happen because he has to meet his dad, otherwise he won't exist anymore. That's what happens. So he's trying not to bone his mom. Okay, no, he doesn't want to bone his mom. His mom wants to bone him, but he can't because then he won't exist. So they're like, let's get the fuck out of here before my mom starts porking me and I stop existing. So he rounds up his grandpa. They call the police. It's like a whole thing. The paperwork is really confusing because they don't even, none of it makes sense to the police, right?
Right.
How do you explain the flux capacitor thing? Like,
how do you even explain that to anyone?
I know. How do I explain that? I'm not doing a great job. But so then they fix the flux capacitor, and then they hightail it the heck out of there before Marty McFly vanishes into the ether. And then they're back to the future. And that's the movie. Am I missing anything important?
No.
Like, goofs aside, I feel like I might have really gotten some things right that I didn't expect to.
I mean, you came back around to getting it right.
Okay, great. That's what I'm saying. I kind of had an epiphany.
But I feel like there are a lot more plot points that you missed.
Okay.
There are a lot of things after the whole porking thing that happens. It's like a 2.5 hour movie.
It's a 2.5 hour movie?
It's probably like 2 hours. Let's look it up.
Yeah, the movie I described was definitely
15, 20 minutes.
No, it was like an hour. It's really wacky and zany. I should have said that. It's really just a rip-roaring ride of familial love and just like hijinks all around. Cool, I'm excited to find out what happens for real in this movie.
Yeah. and we are back.
We are, and I have now seen Volver al Futuro.
Did you watch the Spanish version of Back to the Future?
No, I looked it up on IMDb and it gave me the Spanish name, and I liked it a lot because I understood
Say it again?
Volver al Futuro.
Al Futuro.
Yes. So, no, I didn't watch it in Spanish. Although I probably could have understood it had I watched it in Spanish. Not because I know Spanish,
there's
but
a lot of science that goes on.
not as much as I had anticipated, actually.
Okay, so Vanessa, tell me what you got right about it.
Okay, so things that I got right. Everything.
Yeah.
I got a lot right. You really didn't let me know how much I got right, but I really kind of fucking nailed it.
Let's go through the points. What parts did you get right?
The whole plot.
It's not Rick and Morty. It's not him
Okay,
from the future.
Okay, well, so maybe I should just say what I got wrong, which the first.
Okay, so
the first bullet point I have of things that I got wrong is nothing.
Oh.
But then the second one, I have. So, Doc Brown is not Marty McFly's grandfather.
No.
That is one thing that I did get wrong and was misled about from Rick and Morty. And I'm actually really unclear about what their relationship was.
Just besties.
Yeah, you know, I think it's really asking a lot of the audience to just be cool with that. It's a little weird.
It does. The movie does start out where he's just playing his guitar in Doc's basement.
He walks
essentially.
Marty McFly walks into Doc's house and breaks shit before school. I never went to school on time, as it were. I didn't have enough time to go visit my senile old friend and play guitar in his house.
He didn't even I don't think his objective was to go see Doc. His objective was just to blast out some music.
Yeah, he didn't even give a fuck that Doc wasn't there. And
he's like, no, this is what I wanted to do anyway.
And they had such rapport that was totally fine, and Marty McFly didn't even question that. And he was kind of pissed at Doc for having the clocks wrong. It's like, dude, how much time did you really think that you had when you were going to school? Were the clocks wrong in your house as well? Because he was late for school that day, if you recall.
I do. It was because he runs into the principal. Yeah,
so I think that there's definitely a little to be desired about the relationship between Marty McFly and Doc Brown. I mean, listen, I got to where I needed to go. I followed the plot.
Yeah.
So ultimately, they did their job. I'm just saying.
But it's true. What is their backstory? How do they know each other?
Is
Doc just the weird town scientist?
Yeah. Okay. I think the principal even says, "Don't hang out with that guy," and it's just why do you know?
Is this
that's where
friendship? Everyone in the town knows about this fucking friendship. The weird old guy hanging out with the young high schooler.
Yeah, there's probably an investigation going on. And you know what? They're gonna turn up some serious shit about Doc Brown, and honestly, I don't even feel like... I feel like once they start investigating Doc Brown, he's stolen plutonium. The fact that he is in a weird relationship with Marty McFly might not even be...
minuscule.
It might not even be an issue.
But he also invented the first time machine.
I don't think that outweighs the felonies of potential child molestation and theft of radioactive goods. Of nuclear goods.
But let me counterpoint this one. It was from a country that America probably was at war with. I can't remember who it was.
It was Libya.
Libya, yeah. So America would probably...
I don't remember us ever being
please.
In conflict with Libya. I'm not sure, though. Hold on. This is one thing that I did super get wrong, or just had no idea about. Right. Doc gets fucking shot.
Yep. He dies.
Really quick.
Yeah.
And actually, he's not in very much of the movie at all.
No. It's about Marty and his dad.
Yeah, so that was one thing that was misleading about Rick and Morty, is that they don't go on adventures together. It's more of Marty just gets into some shit because
Marty watches his friend die and then steals his car.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I was wrong. I didn't know that would happen.
Well, we all falter.
I really enjoyed that Marty McFly was a pretty cool protagonist. It was kind of refreshing that he already had a girlfriend and I didn't have to watch another young white man try to get laid.
I mean, it's every story anymore, right?
In fact, quite the opposite. He was doing a lot to not get laid.
He did a lot of work to not get laid by his mom.
Yeah.
So that's like one thing though.
Well, that's a big thing that I got correct was the plot point about his mom and him trying to make sure that he continues to exist and his whole family.
Because the other way, because when you started off talking about how he wanted to get in his mom's pants, I was like, oh, the other way, and then you switched it, and I was like, damn, you got that right.
Came back around, really pulled through.
Yeah, that was good.
And actually, things were much better at the end than they were at the beginning. It wasn't even, this is kind of where we really messed with the structure or any kind of typical plot structure. This is where we veered from standard Aristotelian structure. There was no return to stasis, if you will.
Yeah.
Things are much, much better at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was way better off.
Mm-hmm.
The parents were literally better people because of all the stuff.
Do you know what my question is about that though?
Yeah.
Do you think this new timeline Marty is exactly the same human being? Like his brother and his sister completely different. His mom and dad completely different. And he's the one piece of this puzzle that they're like, they don't get weirded out that he's literally the same.
Yeah, that must be pretty unsettling.
They don't know that, but like.
Yeah, that would be really unsettling for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Especially Marty. Because there's a lot of stuff you've got to adjust to. My first thought was like, does he know his address? Like, he's going to have to ask someone for his own phone number, probably.
What if his parents moved into a different house in that new timeline?
Didn't they?
No, it's the same house.
Oh,
It's just a nicer version of it.
Oh.
Because his dad's not like a nerd that watches TV all the time. His dad's like a rich guy.
Right.
Going out and playing tennis with his hot wife.
I didn't realize it was the same house.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying that close of attention.
Yeah. Also, Biff, old Biff.
Biff is a great name. That was one of the things
Biff
that
Tannen.
I really enjoyed. Biff Tannen is his
Tannen.
name? Tannen. Oh.
Biff Tannen.
I like Dannon better because it's like yogurt. Biff Dannon.
Biff Danimals. Biff Danimals of the yogurt family line.
Oh my goodness.
Are you the Biff that owns the Danimal?
One thing that you got wrong about this movie, it wasn't directed by Steven Spielberg.
Who was it directed by?
Robert Zemeckis?
It was Robert Zemeckis, isn't it? Fuck. I gotta cut that out of the first half then.
So you goofed on that one.
Yeah. John Williams did do the music though.
Yeah,
and he also did Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and it was also similar to Indiana Jones in that it was a time travel movie about a mad scientist and his young friend.
We'll leave that behind.
But I really, really enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
a really beautiful movie. It was fun to watch. It was super 80s.
You sounded very excited to talk about it, like when you were done with it. You're like, I can't wait to chat.
Yeah, I just really liked it.
It's one of my favorites.
I understand why people are so crazy for Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. I think it's best because like Marty McFly is like just a cool cat.
He is. I didn't have to like. He made me really stressed out. The whole movie was very, very stressful. But it wasn't because he is a bad person or did a bad job. It was just the situation was really stressful. But he handled it incredibly well.
Yeah.
And actually, in order to have, I think, a good movie about something like that, you almost have to have a good, secure protagonist because otherwise it's just a clusterfuck, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Did you like at the end where he's playing some Johnny Be Good?
No, I didn't like that.
Okay. So what would you rate this movie?
I'll give it 1.21 out of 1.21 gigawatts.
Nice. That's good. I'm going to give you, your accuracy of this movie, I'm going to give you 66 out of 88 miles per hour.
I'll take it.
Yeah?
Great.
That's good. So it's higher than 66%. I just don't know what percentage it is. It's probably like 80, 75%.
Yeah, it's decent. I'll take it.
Yeah, so thank you for listening to Spoilers Digest.
Special thank you to Alex Petty for our theme song, and thank you to Josh Friend for our logo. If you like Josh's work, you can find more fun clothes designed by him at keepsecret.bigcartel.com.
And
we don't have a sign off yet.
Okay, bye.